Hi, I'm John Riddle. I'm the gay guy who plays straight guys on Broadway, and you might see me riding my bike down 8th Avenue. Get out of the way, everybody, because I am coming and I have road rage in the bike lane. And this is Drama Club with Matty.
You are currently a voyager on the ship of dreams.
I sure am.
This has been such a ride.
It really has. It's been like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years now.
Right.
And I can't believe we're...
Are you tired of it?
No.
No. And why aren't you tired of it?
Because, well, for a bunch of reasons. Because that does happen in long-running shows.
And has it happened to you before?
Yes, but I won't tell you which shows.
Frozen. Got it.
But you, in this show, first of all, it changes every night.
Okay.
And
well, there's the improv
like,
part, but
but there's like little things. Yeah, like I have a little. Marla sort of has a little thing at the end of the improv that she sort of volleys up, and then I there's a callback that I do later. So some of it, people think that the whole show is improv. It's really not. It's like it's very. I would say Marla, if we try to go outside of the lines, Marla will yell at us because she thinks none of us are funny, and she'll tell us so. So
Marla is the Lorne Michaels of this group.
100%. Yeah. She has a moment where I come off stage and she has a grading system and she'll go woo, and it'll be either thumbs up or thumbs down or somewhere in the middle. I usually get thumbs up.
You usually get thumbs up?
She's a comedy queen.
Well, that's huge. I mean, she is Marla, as we know, she's a comedic genius. You're surrounded by just very wacky, freaky, dookie people.
Well, that's the other thing is that I'm on stage with who are now all my friends. We've known each other for like some of these people like 3 months, and I feel like I've known them for a lifetime.
Who's the new cast member that you have the best rapport with?
Well, I can't even do superlatives because we all kind of have our own like little thing. It's funny.
Well, that means the real relationship.
Our last show,
we are going to do superlatives at the end. Sorry,
we can do superlatives. Our last show of the week is Tuesday currently, and literally on Tuesday nights we have what we call a ha 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 clink, where we go. It's a line from the show, and
everybody knows that scene from Titanic where they're basically all drinking. And
cheersing about how
we're
rich they are.
Poor people.
And so we so on Tuesday nights we have a ha 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 clink, and I'm telling you, it happens almost every week. Usually at the last show of the week, I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. Get me out of this theater. I need to, go home, go away. But we all hang out, and this cast parties like I can hang. Like I am a professional. I've trained my whole entire life for this, the partying part. And I have a hard time hanging with these people. Like Melissa Barrera will be at the bar and she's like, we're doing shots. I'm like, I'm not doing shots. I have a hard no shots rule. And she's like, no, we are doing shots. And it's like, it's gone.
I don't want to blow up the spot or security. Yeah. We'll talk about that later. But where do you guys go? Do you go to a gay bar? Do you go to a pub?
Starts in the dressing room tower. Somebody hosts Clink every night. Or not every night, on our last show of the week. And then we we usually stay around Hell's Kitchen. Fabulous. Just for the accessibility of it. But we haven't really found. We need to find a home bar. So if anybody out there wants to sponsor the Titanic clink afties, please let us know.
It's such a fun group of people, and obviously I've been a fan of the show since, again, going back 4 years ago at Asylum. That was the first time that I got to see it, and I feel like of all the shows this season, I've grown with it along with you guys because I've seen it now in every iteration, so I know it so well, which is why I didn't prepare for this interview at all.
Yeah, good.
But you are really famous for playing it very straight, right? All of the roles before this, and this is really kind of a take on that. Like, yes, Cal is very straight, but then we hear the right. So what would you say to a very fey actor out there that's trying to play straight? What is your top tip?
I don't know if there's I don't know. I have always like had to, when I was in college, in college, I walked in, I walked into school. I went to the University of Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music, otherwise known as CCM.
CCM.
And they basically, I walked in the doors and they were like, you need to go to the gym and you need to start lifting weights and you need to act like a straight person.
Who was they?
This is our faculty.
Oh,
and now
other gay men?
The other gay men, yeah. And there was a I had an incredible dance teacher whose name was Diane Lala.
Work.
Shout out Diane.
Hey Diane.
She truly taught me how to dance.
Okay.
And now this was 20 some years ago, so things were a little bit different back then. Was it 20 years ago? I don't know. I'm maybe aging myself too much, but things were different back then. And to a point, they were right. Like, in order to work, when I came to New York, like the way I look a certain way, I am a certain way, I sing a certain way, and I have played. I feel like, I guess, proud that I've played all these straight men on Broadway,
because I know you and you're very gay.
I'm very gay, and so my favorite thing is when people like, I just did a production of Sunday in the Park with George last summer, and somebody was like, whoa, I had no idea that you were gay. And that is always my favorite sort of I got him. So I don't know. I think some people, I don't know, dare I say, some people can't play straight.
I think that's true. I think that's true.
There's some people who are like, I don't know, there's like, and in the same way that, like, I don't really get hired to be the gay guy.
Sure.
I do sometimes.
You do get to let that hang out.
I get to let it out.
Whole drag race scene. I would say, how much of Cal do you identify with? Like, are you above using a child to get your life saved?
No. Unless it's my niece or nephew, because I love them. I have a child.
I'm actually sad that they did not write that into.
Okay, so I did not think of this, but somebody off Broadway, because on Broadway, I know towards the end while the ship is sinking, I'm holding a baby.
Oh,
deep cut. I know, like, you really have to be watching for this.
But we don't do it anymore.
I am doing it on Broadway right now. I hold a baby during that whole sequence, and
I've missed it. I've seen it so many times.
So you'll have to look for it, but. I did not think of that, and whoever thought of that it was a Cal somewhere along the line. Whoever thought of that, I don't know. Do you have comments? Drop it in the comments.
Right, drop it in the comments. Who was
because
it?
that was very smart.
We'll find out.
We'll
find out who it is. It's so nice that we can be here with our big flat feet. You have flat feet. I have really flat feet.
I actually have really high arches, but I also found out that I have arthritis in my feet.
Girl, it is. It's the time of. It's our season.
I thought I was getting. Let's just get into it. I thought I was.
Are you still getting laid?
Yes.
Then there's nothing to worry about. Who is Broadway actually for in 2026? I feel like we've been grappling with this.
Well, they tell me it's for white women ages 30 to 35. Is that right? Or like something like that.
Same as Peloton,
who make $300,000 a year or something crazy like that.
Yikes.
Which
we love you. Thank you for buying tickets.
Yes, thank you. That's a really interesting question. You know what I think is, I'm just going to keep talking about the show that I'm currently in, Titanic, because I feel like this show is actually for everybody and not just that. That's definitely that demographic of lovely white women are certainly in our audiences, but the thing with Titanic that's happening that I think is amazing is that it's like it's Celine Dion and the IP of the movie. And it's like, I don't know, it's not just targeted to one demographic. Even our show is very gay, but it's also straight people too. Like my Aunt Sally's 3 really good friends who are all women in their late 70s came and saw our show, and they were like, I have no idea what half the things that you were talking about were, but I loved it and laughed my ass off the entire time. And so, I don't know, I think it's and the other thing that they're doing, and I don't know how they're doing this because I don't know anything about this, but the prices of our tickets are actually cheaper than many Broadway shows. And I know literally nothing about that, but somehow our producers are very smart and they are making our tickets more accessible, which is making it's making it possible for people who might not always be able to afford tickets to come and see our show and see it multiple times even, because some people I'm like, how are you taking out a loan?
Right.
You've been to I see them at the stage door. They've been there like 9 times.
Broadway has a PR problem as far as, folks are like, it's like $800. And it's true. It's they're using dynamic pricing. Is it fair to ask an audience to pay for more and then in turn get less? Like, we still need to give them the show, baby.
Yeah, I don't know because we all grew up like in the Miss Saigon and the Phantom, where you went and saw these like crazy things with a whole orchestra and a set and these incredible costumes and then the talent. So and I love a blank wall with a chair, and you tell me that it's that I'm in a Park Avenue apartment. Like, I love doing that work as an audience member. But I don't know, sometimes I want a set too. Like let's talk about it. The Lost Boys set, they spent coin on that, and it was so thrilling to see that. I just thought that was so thrilling.
It's an amazing set.
Yeah.
For me, Titanic is the anomaly a little bit, in that because we know that you all created the show in a bar and then in turn in a comedy club underneath a Gristides, we are there for the comedy and the humor and your raw talent and your beautiful voice. They don't make you sing enough in this show.
No, it's just enough. It's just enough. It's great. It's already hard as it is. But yeah, I think, we somehow get away with that because the show itself delivers something. The show itself like delivers this thing, and then we also have this we have Deborah Cox.
You have Deborah Cox
singing all by myself, and not for nothing, we also have a 19-piece. I don't know if people know this for sure, but we have a 19-piece. What we call an orchestra.
I had to look this up because I was actually incredulous about this, because we only see 4 people.
There's like
on
six. There's
six.
one, two, three, four, five, six musicians. I think on stage.
Isn't there a union rule there? Like they have to.
I don't know how any of
this
stuff works. I'm just a dumb actor who sings the songs.
Just show up and look pretty and sing gorgeously.
There's some rule based on the size of the. Nathan's shaking his head. That it's based on the size of the house, and the music union has some rule that depending on the number of seats, you have to have X number of musicians.
Okay.
And no matter what, you either have to pay something or have the musicians. And so we're in this big ass theater, and so we have the musicians, and it sounds fucking sick.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It
sounds like a Celine
amazing.
Dion concert.
Since we're talking about, like, what's the most important conversation that Broadway isn't having right now? Is it something that has to do with our unions? Is it AI? Is it just the grotesque use of screens?
Do you know what? I think that
is it 8 shows a week?
This is gonna sound
killing
so,
8 shows a week? Are we giving everybody Sunday off?
I'm sometimes the wrong person to ask on this, because like I'm sort of old school.
Person.
I'm sort of like the old school, like I'm doing my 8 shows a week, and until we figure out a better way, I would love to do less. I guess it would be a lot easier. Somebody was saying the other day we should do 4 2-show days in a row. I would rather eat glass than do that.
4 2-shows.
So that sounds no. So I don't really know what the structure is. I think the problem is that we have a problem in the world right now that we're all trying to figure out what is happening. And so with AI, with art, with like social justice, with everything,
media. Got it.
with social media, like literally everything, we're all trying to like figure out what we're doing on this spinning ball. And Broadway, I think, is just trying to, as it always has, reflected that. And we have so many problems in Broadway that, again, I don't even know about all this stuff. But I think that we, like any art form, is just reflecting back on what is happening in the world. And so I think that Broadway, I hope, is like on the forefront of that. They're at least trying to make changes. Is it all very commercial, and does that, the money sort of ruins things?
I think some interesting things are happening, especially when you see the popularity of something like Oh Mary or Titanic.
Yeah.
That's where I think it starts to be and show a glimmer of hope outside of the commercial madness of it.
Yeah.
But then you have things like, and we talk a lot about a bootleg or a viral clip being really important to the success of a show. Like, how do you feel? Like, actually, Titanic is one of those shows where the cameras do come out. We do see the improv scene quite a bit. Do you think that is crucial to the success of the show, that we should continue to see that?
I don't know, because I'm sort of like, again, I'm the old school person. I'm like, do we have to show? Here's my question. And a person from social media marketing on Broadway can probably call me and explain this to me. But back in the day, we used to not know anything about the show. And you'd be like, I would go to the library and I would go and rent the cast album from the library, or I would go see the national tour and buy the cast album at merch and then go home and perform it in my living room. I did the producers from top to bottom. And you
didn't know the show.
I didn't know what the show was. And then, so I just wonder, I really truly am curious. I wonder if we keep it more of a secret, because people want what they can't have. So if we see the whole entire show before we get there, there's certain things where I've literally been like, I'm not going to see that because I feel like I've seen it all already. So I don't feel like I need to go see and experience that show, which is so, I couldn't even give you an example of that, but that seems so
it's not too different from Hollywood. We need to
same.
get people into the theaters. So we see an entire trailer that is literally the entire film. And to your point, we would just listen to the cast albums. We had no idea what the storyline was. And that's why we went, because we wanted to find out more.
But I don't pretend to be naive either. I think it's like they do all these studies about this stuff, what gets people in the doors. So I don't know.
You keep saying you're old school, and I'm actually going to kind of expand on that for you. You're old school, but in saying that, do you mean it's just that you are a trained musical theater performer? And
musical theater
we live at a time where not everybody who is starring on Broadway is a trained musical theater performer.
Yeah. It's true.
TBH, hot take, I do want to see trained musical theater performers who are not calling out all the time, who actually Leslie Margarita sat in that seat for season 1 and said, no, I don't miss a show, because
I don't either. It's
go for it. Come on, Queen.
Here's what I think. I think that it is a tremendous honor to be on Broadway. And I think that and I know this because I've tried to get so many jobs that I really wanted and didn't. And there were, before Titanic, I was sitting at home for a couple of years, I think I'm ready to do a Broadway show again. I feel and I'll be honest, after I finished Phantom of the Opera, because I'd been kind of on a really pretty steady run of shows and doing 8 shows a week.
Playing a straight man.
I was playing a straight man. And I was just tired and I wanted to do something else, and I did a bunch of other things. But I was like,
what did you do in between?
I did a lot of concert work.
Okay.
I did a solo show. I traveled. I
saw that show.
I went to I don't know. I did all kinds of stuff. I did a lot of concert work,
crafts,
which I really, really love. Lots of crafts at home.
That's your husband.
So and it made me reflect on how lucky I was and am to have these shows on Broadway and to do them, and for these people to come see them. And I think there's this entitlement aspect to being on Broadway now, where it's well, I'm on Broadway and I'm always going to be on Broadway because I'm a Broadway performer. And it just doesn't really work like that. For some people it does. Some people are very blessed.
Do you think more Broadway performers should consider regional work?
I don't think, personally, I don't have a choice. Would I would love to just work on Broadway all the time? I would, because then that means I could sleep in my bed at home, stay at home with my partner Matt, and not travel to I don't know, pick a place.
Algonquin.
No, I love St. Louis. I'll always go to St. Louis. But at the same time, I've also gone to do, because I have to pay the bills. So like I've gone, last year I went upstate to the Glimmerglass Opera, and the first day that I was there, I went into this grocery store out in the middle of nowhere, and I called my boyfriend. I was like, Matt, what have I done? This is going to be terrible. I'm out here for 2.5 months. By the end of the 2 months, I didn't want to leave because I had the most incredible time. I lived this whole other life up there. I did this incredible show, and I got to like go, you get to go do, I don't know, other stuff and like flex your muscles outside where it's safe and nobody in New York is watching.
Very non-New York thing.
Yes.
You were probably able to be very present and very focused.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you're like that
and then
here
you went
too,
out
but
into the woods, you stripped off all your clothes and you flexed your muscles.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like you do.
So I forget what the original question was. What was the original question?
Why don't more Broadway actors accept regional work? There's beauty in regional work.
Well, I think
we support all.
Totally. And
theater.
Here's the other thing is that Hollywood is coming in to do Broadway now. So it's not like, it's like there's less work for theater actors. I think, maybe I'm wrong about this, but it feels like, I read something that of some interview, I forget who it was, some Hollywood actor is like, well, I wanted to try it. So like,
sure.
And like live. I love that. And if that's what's bringing our audiences in, I love it. But it's out of necessity. I think that a lot of us, me included, I'm a theater actor and I have to go where work is.
What are actors talking about backstage that audiences would be like surprised to hear right now?
We at our show, we are getting away. We are bad at our show.
You are bad at your show?
No, we're all very good at our show. We are just inappropriate backstage. No, we're like a bunch of little kids backstage.
If there was HR involved,
that's what I'm trying to say.
And people are naked.
We do have HR, and it's available for anybody
who needs it.
But we are. I don't know.
Are you going to the Hustler Club? Oh, that's where you're having your after
group. No, we're definitely not going to the Hustler Club. Yeah, I don't know. I said the other day, I was walking backstage. I said, this is the best place that I have ever gone to work because we have the best crew at the St. James. There could be in a show like Titanic with all these, we have a lot of big names. There could be some big egos in the room. And we don't have any of that because Jim Parsons and I were talking about this last night. If somebody were to start, we would be knocking on their door saying, we're going to cut that out because we don't have time for that.
We have no time for that. Yeah. He went on some of the late night shows and said exactly that. He said, this is the first cast I've ever worked with where I just immediately felt like we were twin spirits with everybody.
Yeah, and it's because in this show, we're all like everybody has their moment. And so it's like, you have to throw the ball in the air and let, Deborah catch it. And then Deborah throws the ball in the air and, Connie catches it.
And sometimes it's an eggplant.
And sometimes it's an eggplant.
There's been a lot of discourse about the fans. And this is something that I really resonates with me. It's again, when you have social media now these days, and there are a lot of parasocial relationships. We saw this winter that some of the stage doors were really fraught to a point where security was an issue. How, as a performer, do you kind of keep that healthy boundary, but also show the fans that, like, I hear you, I see you, I love you, but also please just don't break into my dressing room?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Poor Vosk. Nobody's trying to break into my dressing room.
Would you like me to?
And I'm on the, you can come, Matty, but I'm on the 6th floor. I'm at the very top of the tower of the St. James. And so they'll never get to me.
Deborah Cox
they'll
first.
never get to me. I don't know. I I don't think about that stuff.
Okay.
If I'm being totally honest.
On social media, do you comment back?
No.
Okay.
I don't check the DMs. I don't check the hidden messages.
Are you sure? Everybody says they don't. Every woman who sat in that chair has said that they don't, and I know they do.
Swear to God, unless you, I'm not gonna see it unless. I'm just not going to see it because I just don't. And maybe I should. I don't know. I'm not good at that. I have to ask Frankie Grande like how to collab on a post, for example. Like I'm so not that.
Frankie is an alien and he will be able to tell you how to do that.
Well, no, he's my social media manager, truly. I go to the stage door almost every day. I go to the stage door every day just because I think it's like, I don't know. They're all coming to see us. When they wait out in the rain, I'm like, you guys are nuts. But I love that they wait out in the rain for us. And I know it means so much.
They idolize you. Have they been asking you questions about the craft? Like, would you impart something to a young person? Right. Would you impart something to a young person that was like, hey, John, I really want to be on Broadway. Tell me what I need to know.
Sometimes people write letters.
And what do you say?
I'll write. I will always write. I will always write back. People don't, this is the thing. People, I feel like I typically, people aren't there for me all that often.
John,
no, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a victimy way. Like they're like, no, some people are like, it was actually, there were two people last night. There was a girl who was like, probably now like, I don't know, in her late 20s. And she had a picture of her at the stage door at Frozen when she was like 6. And I'm like, so it really aged us, both of us. But I don't know. I feel like there's like, it was the same thing in like when I did Frozen, I would come out for the curtain call and people like didn't know whether to clap or boo.
Well, you were the villain.
Do you know what I mean?
You're
like
the villain.
And so like, I feel like this is sort of a similar situation. That doesn't sound, you can cut that if you want,
what's
like,
easier?
I love it. I love it.
Do you like playing the villain or the hero? You've played both.
I want to play the villain for the rest of my life. I want to
You need to get a little twisty mustache.
I want to sing the one song like I do. I love this type of, I've always wanted to, this part that I'm playing right now is the exact, this is how I envisioned my career. I want to be the featured actor who sings a great song, and it's even a bonus points if it's funny.
Is there a moment in the show that you most look forward to each night?
I mean, I get to sing that great song, which I do love singing. I do love singing that song. It's like so fierce. I feel like
song
Celine, it's called Seduces Me. And it's arranged in a key that is entirely too high for any person to sing. When we first started rehearsing this, Nicholas Connell put the sheet music in front of me. I was like, you want me to sing what? I can't do that. And he's like, you can, and you actually are. I also sing the alto line in all of the ensemble stuff, so the whole thing is just kind of right here. But it's good. It's maybe a better singer. Can you do
actually
it
a little bit louder for us?
No. It's maybe a better singer, whispering? So it's like it's so fun. It's really great. But yeah, at the stage door, I don't put too much weight on it. I don't know. It's like I see the fans. I love you guys. And I just I'm a kind of a private person. So I interact when I feel like it's organic, and I don't when it's not.
I have kind of a non sequitur here.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all nerds here. What do you nerd out about? Like that's not Broadway.
Oh, I was going to say I nerd out about well, okay, so not Broadway. I nerd out about I'm sort of like an interior design gay person.
Oh, okay.
Sitting in Matty's gorgeous apartment.
The third character in this podcast.
Truly. And so I live in a rent stabilized apartment in Park Slope, and it's this old, like, half parts of it are falling down, but my landlord doesn't do anything, and so I kind of have free reign over this place.
Oh, wow.
And so I've painted, and my boyfriend Matt is an artist as well.
Pretty arty.
So we painted our kitchen, I think 3 times. I've lived there for 5 years. We painted our den. As soon as we finished one room, I'm like, okay, what's next? I just bought a new couch last week.
Couches are expensive.
Yeah. And it's
So
so
expensive.
hard to find the right
It's the hardest thing.
one.
You have to go custom.
I found it at ABC Carpet and Home. I'm very excited.
And it's probably the most expensive thing you ever bought.
It is.
Yeah.
But it was a Memorial Day sale, so that helps.
You and Betsy Wolf have this in common. She sat there and was just like, I am an interior decorator. I just am on the side. I'm a Broadway performer.
I'm on Facebook Marketplace all the time because I sell stuff, and I don't buy I do try to buy stuff, but I had my first Facebook Marketplace scam this week.
It's the equivalent of a catfish. What happened?
Yeah, they catfished me on this because we have this den, and we're searching for all new couches. I have a den and a living room, and I found this couch in our den, and they advertised it as this. It was an ABC Carpet and Home piece that was brand new. This guy ran a staging company, so it had never been sat on. It was beautiful. And so he was going to meet me at this storage unit. I went there, and I get there, and he's like, I have this moving company who's gonna move it. The movers are there. Well, it was this guy in this piece of shit Toyota minivan. He had shoved the couch in the back of the minivan, and it was not the sofa. I was like, this looks like my 4-year-old nephew built this couch. And I was
Sofa
like, this
catfish.
is not, I got totally sofa catfish.
Had you already exchanged money or no?
No, that's why I went there, because
great.
because I felt, but that's the thing with Facebook Marketplace is sometimes you're like, whoa, what if this is a gem? This could be maybe I got this fierce thing.
Too good to be true.
Too good to be true. And
damn him. And what did you say? Sorry, man, I just can't.
I was like, I'm not buying this. And it wasn't cheap.
Did he give you a hard
either.
time?
He did, but I was like, there's no world in which I'm buying this. And also, I said, I will pay this sweet man from your moving company, which I could have called an Uber and put it in there myself. But so
you
cost me $100 to do nothing.
Would you change anything about my apartment?
Honestly, no notes. That's really beautiful.
That's really nice.
Your paint colors are exceptionally.
That's a good choice.
Well chosen.
All right. If you could, this is a signature question that we ask. If you could ban anything from Broadway for the next 25 years, what would it be?
I know what it is. It's Broadway related. Is that okay? Yeah. The fucking duet, Happy Days Are Here Again. And what is that other song with it?
Come On, Get Happy.
Come On, Get Happy. We have got to find something else to sing at these events, because you're all very good singers, but nobody did it like the two original women, and nobody, mostly me, wants to hear that song ever again. So stop doing it. Please stop doing it. There's so many good duets.
It was the first time Judy and Barbara really ever met, I believe.
I think that's true.
It has been used, I think repopularized by Ariana and Cynthia for the Wicked special. And then I just saw it at the end of another
two of the best singers in the world. I still don't want it.
What did they just use? They just used it for, was it the end of Pillion? I don't know. It was.
I hope so.
This question's been asked over and over again, and we might cut this, but Dreamcast Titanic, no, the budget isn't an issue, and you're not going to hurt any of your friends, colleagues.
Feelings. This is kind of fun, because Jane Krakowski just came to the show a few weeks ago, and she said, I would love to play Celine Dion. And I said, well, Jane, I have somebody that we can talk to about that. And she goes, well, the problem is I can't sing it. And I said, yes, you can. You're Jane Krakowski. I know she could, because don't you think that would be really great casting?
I think Jane Krakowski is so funny. The vocal chops are...
yes, it's very challenging, but I think she could do it. I don't know. I think she could do it. I don't know. Let's see. Who else? I don't know. I said the other day, I don't know if Deborah Cox ever leaves a show. Who can sing? Do you know that she is on, she's she duetted with Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Like,
no, she is a legend. She is a legend. No, my dream Celine, it'll never happen. But
oh yeah,
I mean, Ariana Grande could play.
Well,
I mean, she could do the whole thing. And somebody told me her mom's a producer.
That is true. Do you know what is funny? Because
and I think her brother's in the show.
When Marla doesn't like to know when famous people are at the show, so we have to keep it on wraps.
Sure.
And so Ariana was at the show a couple weeks ago, and we all came out for the opening scene, and after the opening scene, we're like, "Did you see her?" We had all seen her because she was like house left, but her star is so big, like she was glowing. It was like there was a light on her because she is
transparent skin.
It's just like, no, it's just, it like shines. We all saw her in that huge, like dark theater where it's hard to see people in the audience, but Did
Marla not see her?
No, Marla was like,
okay,
I saw her.
Got it. Okay.
And she was like spiraling the entire time. She was like, so Ariana's here.
Was that the first time Ariana saw it? No.
I think she saw it off Broadway, but
probably.
It's the first time she had seen it on Broadway. I just read Liza Minnelli's book, and she talks about how her mom would want to come to her openings, and she's like, no, I don't want you to come because then it's going to be about
Judy.
It's going to be about Judy being at the opening. So I feel like,
did you read it in print or did you listen to it?
I read. Isn't the audiobook AI?
It's AI.
Yeah.
The book, the whole book's AI. It's pretty AI, and it's a strange thing to listen to. We should play a clip of it. We'll probably get sued for that. It's like, oh, but it's Lasha. It sounds like her, but you're like, no, there's no way that
so
we're still doing that intonation. Put it on. You can listen to it for free on Spotify for a second. It's wild.
I loved the book. I learned a lot.
You need to listen to. Have you listened to Share My Memoir Part 1?
I have not listened to that, but I did listen
to the whole
to
Barbara.
I listened to the entire Barbara,
and that was amazing.
That was like my heaven.
And it's her.
I listened. I did the audiobook of it. That was like the best 2 weeks of my life. I don't know how long did it take.
It was 48 hours.
Yeah,
it was 48 hours.
It was incredible.
Let's go to, I kind of want to do the Titanic castmate that you would. All right. We said we weren't going to do superlatives, but we're totally doing superlatives.
Okay, we can do superlatives. All right. They can handle it.
Titanic castmate you would want to be stranded in the Atlantic with.
It would have to be Jim Parsons because he would have a traveling bar with him, and so we could get drunk, or he would have it like flown in. I don't know. If we're stranded, can you fly in?
Jim likes to hit the bottle.
Yeah, he does, but we do it together.
People feel very strongly about the Big Bang Theory joke.
See, I never watched that show, so like I said to Jim early on, I was like, I think you're great. I don't know who you are, and he goes, that's why I like you.
Oh, that's great.
And so I think that was sort of the foundation of our friendship. We also day 3 of rehearsals, we were at Lincoln Center and we were like off in some corner, and he was like, so tell me about your relationship with your dad. I don't know, he was asking like these hard-hitting questions, and all of a sudden we were like crying in the back corner, like getting really deep. Not really, but like we just like got really deep. And so that's just the type of person he is. So
that's important. I mean, small talk is great, but if you're going to be on a journey with these people, and that's how that's how you should be with, cut the crap.
It's more interesting.
It's more interesting. Tell me about your drama.
But, Jim also asked me like, tell me about what you had for lunch and how did you make your, turkey sandwich? I'm like, Jim, really?
Do you cook?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
that's another one of my hobbies is I cook a lot.
That's nice.
Yeah, I do.
I cook too. Do you cook for Matt? Does Matt cook for you?
I mostly do all the cooking, but Matt's a very good cook. Right. He does Asian stuff very, very well, which I'm not very good at that.
Me neither.
I'm not very good at that.
And Evan, forget him. He's useless. He can't cook. Evan decided a long time ago that because I was such a good cook that he could never cook for me. And so
I get that.
So he puts out.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's good.
yeah, thank God for that.
Yeah,
sometimes
thank
it
And you roast the chicken.
exactly totally. All right, Titanic castmate you would go to a gay party and do drugs with.
Well, Constantine Maroulis, because I've already done that with him. And I'll probably do it.
same.
And I'll probably do it again.
Pride's coming up.
Yeah.
Pride's coming up.
Love you, girl.
That Connie girl is really fun.
She's really fun.
She's really fun.
I mean, that's why I'm here, because we were on a rooftop at the Standard. But what was that party called? I think it still exists.
Liban, Parrot Disco.
Yeah, yeah. And I used to be a cigarette smoker. I know, and so
wait, that beautiful voice.
I know. But I quit. I haven't smoked a cigarette in 4 years.
Cigarettes are coming back.
They're so bad.
Gen Z is.
I even
smoking
vaped for a little while. Oh my god! It's so put the vape down. It's so bad.
Put the vape down. I honestly, I would rather somebody grab a cigarette.
Same.
Chic.
And everybody is smoking
Gen
again.
Z
it's
is
like
smoking.
So,
I don't think millennials are smoking.
You don't. Well, I think like if we already went through the trouble of quitting, we're like for me, unless I go to Europe, then I'm like
chain smoking.
I did go to Europe and I didn't smoke. I was really proud of myself.
It's the end of the world anyway. Yeah.
So have a cigarette. I know. Constantine is fun. Anyway, to have a that's what we were on a rooftop and he was like, "You should audition for my show," and I was like, "Okay, whatever." And we didn't really know each other. I knew who he was. Like we knew who each other was, but we were just kind of like twirling and like smoking cigs, and then
that's how
here
it
we
started.
are on Broadway. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And Frankie and Constantine have been friends for a long time.
They were
They've
friends
known each other
back
forever.
from like the Mamma Mia. Like
that's right. They were both on Mamma Mia together.
They were both like
I had those two
Broadway. I don't know if they were both on Mamma Mia, but
maybe not. I had those two losers at Peloton, and they were so funny.
I'm just
and I racked up a bill with the apparel section of it's a studio and we have the Peloton apparel, and I told Frankie, go and pick something out to wear for the class, and he came back with like 8 things.
Oh yeah,
the tags were off. I had to pay for them.
Yeah, you should send him the bill. You know, just send him the bill.
It's okay. I mean, everything was this big, so
Frankie has every single day. There's like a pile of stuff from Amazon delivered to the theater, and it all says Frankie Grande on it. I'm like, Frankie, what else could you possibly need? Every day. So I can only imagine.
Frankie Grande loves capitalism, and I didn't know if you know this, but he's gay.
He is gay. Yeah. Happy Pride.
All right, which castmate would you talk about your feelings with?
Well, that would also be Jim, because Jim and I do a lot of we do talk about our feelings a lot, but actually, so do Deborah and I. Because Deborah is a Cancer.
Are you a Cancer?
I'm a Cancer, and so we're in our feelings, and so oftentimes backstage we'll commiserate together. And she's also like sort of like our mom. She's like our mom.
Yeah.
And she's so like this. She's so positive. And I said the other day, I go, Deborah, I need a pep talk for this one. And she gave me exactly what I needed.
What were you going through that day?
Just like nothing crazy, but she was like, you have a gift that you are here to share, and you are going to share it with these people, and nobody else can do what you can do today. And so you are going to go out there and do it for these people today, because only you can do that. And I was like, got what I need. Let's go.
She should cut a cameo for that and send that to literally everybody. I could use that in the morning.
Yes. And there's lots more where that came from too, I'm sure of it.
Again, to go back to that 8-show day conversation, there are just some days that you need that. You're having the best time, but
do you think that I don't know, like, do you think Lady Gaga is like, maybe she is, I don't know, is she like so jazzed to go on the like 100,000th show of her tour to walk out at Madison Square Garden and do? I just saw her show. Like, I don't even know how she does that, but like, do you think she wants to sing Born This Way again?
And she just finished her Mayhem era after a full year. She did that so many times, and she's
screaming like she was a fucking incredible. I know there's days where she doesn't feel like doing it, so I don't know.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
Titanic castmate that you would want to be.
That I would want to be Melissa Barrera, because she...
Tell us about Melissa.
First of all, the day that I met her, I was like, whoa, do I like women?
AI.
Or I really
AI
was like,
gorgeous.
I was really like, whoa, I am attracted to you physically. And then she's also like, she's so exacting and like she sees everything. And she's like, hang on, I'm just going to fix that. Or she'll be like, it should actually be this. And she's right every single time.
Like the way you're wearing something, the way you're saying something.
Yes. Or like she'll be like, hang on, I have to fix your hair. Or like she sees everything. And like in rehearsal, she would say like, what if it's this? And you're like, I never thought of that. You're right. She's just so exacting and brilliant and smart. And I can only imagine what my life would be like if I had her brain.
She was a surprise. I did not know who she was until I saw this production.
And Melissa, I love you, but I didn't either. Even though I saw Scream and looking back on it, you were great in it, but I didn't either. And she is a brick shithouse. Like she is
Shots.
She is like, she's like old, like she never falters. And then she goes out and peer pressures me into doing tequila shots. And I have a no shot rule. And somehow she gets me to do
That's
it.
a good castmate. Okay. Castmate you would want to cook dinner for you.
I don't think
Anybody can cook?
Anybody can cook.
Okay. Who would you want to cook dinner for?
I would probably, I would want to cook dinner for none of them. I want them all to go hungry. Yeah, I don't even know.
And castmate you would want to have sex with?
All of them, because they're all so fucking hot.
They really
Such an
are.
attractive
It
group
is.
of
I mean,
people.
Melissa Barrera might be the top.
Yeah.
Although Connie
Ugh.
does have a good butt, but he is your
Yeah.
Judy. It's kind of weird. Sisters
And-
shouldn't fuck.
Yeah. Not at work anyway.
No, all right. John, I have to tell you, this was such a treat.
What a pleasure.
What a pleasure.
It's so fun.
Where can the Drama Club kids find you?
You can find me on Instagram at the John Riddle. I messaged John Riddle. I messaged at John Riddle and I said, can I have your Instagram handle? Because the sounds so pretentious. And he was like, no. So it's the John Riddle.
That's okay though.
It's fine. And my album is coming out hopefully by the end of this. Look out for it. It's probably going to be the end of this summer. It's called Blue Lady. It's my live show. We're in the midst of producing it right now, so that's going to be out on all the streaming platforms.
What are we going to expect from that?
It's a real eclectic mix of stuff. It's like 70s pop and there's a little bit of show tunes, but like we flip all that on its head, and there's some like 90s R&B in there too. So it's real eclectic stuff, but it's really cool and we're very excited.
I've seen the show, and voice of an angel,
Oh,
John
thank
Riddle.
you.
Thank you so much. Friends, thank you so much for joining Drama Club. To all of our friends out there, you can, of course, find us on all streaming platforms. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Music. Of course, follow our YouTube channel, Instagram, and TikTok at Drama Club with Matty. Follow me at Matty Majacomo. Until next time, nerds, I'm Matty Majacomo, and thank you for listening to Drama Club with Matty.